And us as rap fans are so spoiled. My boy's taking a lot of shit right now. Let's talk about it. So for those of you who don't know, Tana dropped his debut project Me on Friday, and the reviews are mixed to say the best. I mean, let's just start it off with this. He threw an official album release party in New York, and I don't know if they weren't fucking with it, but people in the crowd were asking him to play old songs. Now, personally, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like the album, and it checked a lot of boxes for what I want to hear from Tana, and his production really took a leap. You can hear it in songs like this. But at the same time, it was very experimental from what you would expect from Tana. And I'm not drawing any comparisons to the two, but it kind of reminded me of the same situation of when Cardi dropped this. Fans were expecting one kind of sound, and he came with a totally different sound. And honestly, I can kind of sympathize with the people who feel let down, because when you go on a run like this before an album, and then the album sounds nothing like these songs, I can understand why people will be a little disappointed. Now, with that being said, him getting out of his record deal is probably the best thing to happen to his career. He's going to drop another album this Friday, and maybe that'll check some more boxes for the fans. All in all, I thought the project was pretty solid. A lot of the songs were replayable. The production was really good. My favorite song off the tape is definitely Control. Yeah, I give it like a 7.5 out of 10. Let me know what you guys think.
What's going on, 365? It's your boy Zio, and we back here with another video. Today I want to talk about how the internet is cooking Tana for his recent album release of Me, and kind of just giving some of my thoughts, my opinions, my impressions of the album, and why I think it's getting the scrutiny that it's receiving. Now, obviously, I want to start off with the simple fact that I'm sure a lot of people went into this album expecting a completely different sound from what they got. It is not crazy to think that Tana would have been dropping a more hyper sounding album, something you could get turned to, something you moving your head to, something you can mosh to at a concert, especially when he's released singles like Lotto, OMG2, and even Magic City. And I'm sure people do not mind that Tana wants to be more melodic and take on these challenges of doing something different. No one is opposed to that at all. I think the problem that's troubling a lot of listeners is what is going on with the album. Where is this coming from? Why am I hearing this sound when I thought of a completely different thing? And me being a person who just recently found all those Tana leaks on YouTube, and I don't know if they're leaks, I don't know if it's a secret page of his, but there's a YouTube account that is just posting new Tana music damn near every day, and I've been listening to a lot of those songs, and bro, even me, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of was caught back by the album when I first heard it. And one thing I'm gonna say right now is that I know a lot of people are disappointed in this album. They're not necessarily saying that the album is bad, that the album is ass, it sucks, it's unlistenable. A lot of these 3 out of 15, 2 out of 15, 5 out of 15 ratings that you may be seeing in comments online, I feel like a lot of that just stems from the fact that this sound isn't exactly what those listeners were going for, because I'm sure a lot of those 3 out of 15, 5 out of 15, those songs are coming from like a Control, like a Philly, like a laptop notebook, just those regular Tana sounds that you're more so used to hearing versus some shit like I don't know, Take You There, Dear Jody, Show It Off. Like, those are songs even myself I wasn't too much of a fan of. But at the same time, y'all know I gotta include the but even though I may be disappointed in the direction he may have took that would kind of caught us off guard, I will say I am now interested in the future to see where he goes from here, because I'm not gonna lie, bro, I took a lot of pros away from this album. There's good production, good beat selection, good melodies, the atmosphere is solidified. Tana is only 19 years old, which means he can build on top of this, which I made a very, I don't know if this is a controversial or hot take that I made in my previous Tana video, but I said Tana is better than Lil Tecca at Tana's age. Tana is 19 right now. When Lil Tecca was 19, he dropped We Love You Tecca 2, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I am taking Me over We Love You Tecca 2. Even though I genuinely think there's more highs on We Love You Tecca 2, I think Tana as an artist shows way more of his hand and ability of what he can do for the future on this album than a Lil Tecca. Don't get me wrong, because Dopamine and Tech are 2 albums I really enjoyed, but I think if Tana could build on from this album, my nigga, I think he tops those. I'm gonna be 100% with you. Now, of course, there are cons to this album. I will say that Tana still does not have a hit after listening to this album so many times. I feel like I Like Her is supposed to be a hit, possibly, even maybe PMD, I think maybe Philly, but also maybe Control. I really liked Control, and sure, I liked these songs, I just don't think there's hit value in them. I don't hear a hit in them, and that's the difference between that. Is kind of what has Tekka over Tana. Is Tekka's a hit maker. Even if you don't like his hits, this nigga still makes hits. Tana still has not made another hit since 2022, 2021. It's been some years, and people patience is really starting to wear thin. I said that in my last video. Tana feels as if he's more of a producer first than an artist, but I'm honestly starting to think that Tana is just one of those artists that is really doing his own thing. He's not signed anymore. He has his own freedom, so he gets to do whatever he wants. And I'm not gonna lie to you, he's honestly not following any trends. He's not trying to be someone he's not, and he's definitely not trying to release any music that he doesn't personally enjoy himself. He's not trying to cater to anyone. And even though that sounds like a pro, like why would that sound bad? For some fans, for shit, half fans, you doing something for yourself, one part of your fandom is gonna really enjoy that. Like, oh my god, my favorite artist is doing whatever they want to do. They're taking back the power, their own liberation to make the music that they want. And it's even better when you enjoy the music that they're putting out there, because I'm sure someone enjoys this album way more than the other half of the Tana fan base. But then there's that other half of the Tana fan base where it's like, bro, this is not why I listen to you. I listen to you for something else, and I'm not getting that. And so it's like a conflict of interest there. But me personally, I'm always on the side of the artist. Now, if your music succeeds with you doing whatever you want, hey, that's kind of, you know, in the ether, but I'm gonna always support you doing whatever you want. And sure, I may be disappointed in this album only because I didn't expect to hear this. I still will say I walked out with more anticipation to see what's next, because Tana said he's going to be dropping a trilogy from this album. Next, he said we have You. So he dropped Me first, You second, and I'm guessing Them is third. And then I'm sure he's going to be going on tour. He'll be performing at festivals. And so I'm happy to see what the rest of 2026 looks like, and then what 2027 looks like. You feel me? But in terms of all the hate that this album has been getting, I think a lot of people are just trying to ride the hate train. At the same time though, I don't think this is going to be a whole lot of red. I don't know why people could keep saying this is going to be a whole lot of red effect. I think that this is an album that will age better throughout time, because the sound isn't anything bad. Like, this is not a bad sonically sounding album. I would give this album a 6.5 at the worst, 6.5 at the worst, which, even though that sounds bad to me, it's listenable, it passes. I'm walking away with what, 9 out of 15 songs for me personally, and out of the 9, I think I'm gonna really stream 4. I know I'm gonna stream Control Heavy, I'm gonna stream Keep Rolling, I Like Her, and what, probably Philly, maybe Again. So that's like 4 or 5 songs that I'm really gonna be streaming hard out of 15, which I know for different people it may vary. Maybe you want to take away a majority of songs, maybe you just want to take away one song. For me, if I could walk out of your album with a handful of songs that I could just stream on a daily or stream throughout the year, then hey bruh, that's a W in my book, because I'm listening to a lot of music, you feel me? But I will come back with a more I guess deeper video where I'm going over each song and kind of saying exactly what I like, what I don't like from that album, and giving more of a look into how I feel exactly about each song. But I kind of just wanted to talk about Tana, talk about this album, talk about the reviews and the reactions that it's been getting, because I don't think these reactions are valid. I don't think this album is ass. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's as bad as people are trying to make it out to be. I think this is a good album. I just don't think, oh, I didn't even talk about this. I think my theory is he's been wanting to touch on this sound. I think he's been wanting to drop an album like this, but you got to think about it from an label's POV. When you sign an artist for a particular thing and then they start wanting to do a completely different thing that you don't even know if it's gonna work, plus mind you, I'm sure the label wasn't getting the return from Tana like they expected after him blowing up, so I'm sure they shelved this nigga, and now that he's free, he gets to start dropping music that he's probably been interested in. So I think we're gonna be hearing a lot of different sounds, because those leaks tell me that Tana is someone, he's versatile, he's gonna keep playing with his sound. So I wouldn't say to worry about this being something where you think he's gonna fully pursue this sound. I think it's just something he's playing with right now, something he's interested in, and shit, I'm here for it. So we'll go. We'll see what goes on next. I can't wait to hear what you sounds like. But shit, it's been your boy Zio, and I'm signing out. Let me know what y'all think about the album in the comments, and also let me know y'all picks for the games today. I said I got Argentina, France, Norway, and Jordan. What's going on, 365? If you made it to the end of the video, I greatly appreciate you. I'm not gonna lie, I will come back either Tuesday or Wednesday with an official review of the album, just because I want to give this one more listen just to make sure I have 100% my final thoughts, give it more time. But I'm gonna start doing like a monthly, semi-annually, and then an annual checkup on certain albums that I find interested, just like this one right here. I'm gonna for sure look back in a few months and look back at me, you, and whatever the third album is, and see what Tana has done in that time. But as of right now, I also wanted to say I don't think this is better than Bana, but I don't think this is his worst work. I think I'm having hope that it'll get better in the future. That's why it may sound like I'm cutting Tana a lot of slack. Also because the nigga is 19 years old. I'm sorry, but I don't know if y'all know, a lot of the successful musicians who peak, who are their greatest, who are their best selves, they don't peak at 19, my nigga. Sure, that's a prime. There's prime, but that's not their peak. That's not their best, absolute best. No, Tana has a long way to go to get to his final form, and that's kind of what I'm looking towards. That may be why I'm so nice, you feel me, with how I'm going about this album. But I genuinely don't think it's as bad as an album as people are making it seem. I think y'all niggas are really blowing this shit out of proportion. 3 out of 15, 4 out of 15, like, brother, it's not that bad of an album. Now, compared to, here's the thing though, compared to albums that he's kind of replicating, or albums that sound the same or are within the same type of sound vibe frequency, this album is bad. I'm not gonna lie if I'm comparing it to those other albums that kind of sound familiar. But in terms of this scene and his his contemporaries, his fellow artists, I don't think this is bad at all. I really don't. Compared to Nespin album, this is better. I'm gonna take this over Rest in Bass, even though Rest in Bass has way more fun instrumentals outside of that. Rest in Bass is ass. And that's already 2 out of some of the big 3. I'm taking this over. Is Xavier So Bass last album? I mean, you feel me? I'm just saying, like, in a general, this isn't the worst thing, and I think it'll get better. So let me know what y'all think in the comments. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna see you on the next videos. Being your boy Zio, and I'm signing out. Pah.
Need me to get in order, I'm trying to get over. Need me to get in order, I'm trying to get over.